This building is about to erupt. The hometown kid. The California kid. Urijah Faber.
I think that's the biggest ovation I have ever seen for any fighter.
A lot of us talked about will it rival Montreal and Georges St. Pierre tonight.
It's right up there, man. I mean, there might have been more people in Montreal by a couple thousand, but these people are trying harder.
I love that. Well, trying harder than ever, training more diligently than ever is Urijah Faber because he desperately wants his belt back. The belt he owned for longer than anyone in the history of this cage. 5 title defenses, 2.5-year reign. Urijah Faber, 23 wins in his career, and he wants the biggest one of his MMA life tonight against José Aldo.
Well, there's been so much anticipation about this fight, Mike, because both guys are so good, so skillful in all areas. Both guys incredibly athletic and explosive. Both guys lightning fast. Both guys have faced top-notch competition. Urijah Faber has been the champion. José Aldo is the champion. So it's just, you could not ask for a better fight in the featherweight division. The best fight in the history of the weight class.
Dana White said earlier this week that these men, especially the Fabers and the Aldos of the world, but they're the leaders tonight in our main event. But the 145, the 135, they fight in this cage because they are the greatest in the world in their weight class. And this is the perfect combination to light this place up tonight.
Well, these guys are not just the greatest in the world in their weight class. They are in the top 10 pound-for-pound fighters of the world, undoubtedly. There's no arguing it.
The California kid, Sacramento zone, Urijah Faber.
Make no mistake about it, he's coming out to run this town tonight on purpose.
He is the featherweight champion, about to take part in the biggest featherweight fight in history, the Brazilian, José Aldo.
We have never seen José Aldo face a guy like Urijah Faber, but what we have seen is every single man that he stepped into since that one loss that he had by submission, every single one has fallen. His explosive striking, his devastating jiu-jitsu that we never really see. One of the things about this guy that people don't realize is he has beaten top-notch world champions in Brazilian jiu-jitsu. And that is just straight jiu-jitsu, and we have never seen him use that in the octagon.
José Aldo steps in to the Harley-Davidson prep point. 6 bouts, 6 knockouts, 3 of those in the first round, including that vicious flying double knee 8 seconds into the battle against Cub Swanson.
Is such an explosive athlete, so lightning fast, so similar to Urijah Faber in the fact they're both creative, both very unpredictable, and both highly motivated.
Asked earlier about fighting Urijah Faber on his home turf here in Sacramento, José Aldo said, hey, I fought here before too. We don't hold these fights in Brazil, so I'm gonna call this my home, and if they wanna boo me, they wanna say mean things to me, I can't understand what they're saying anyway. So bring it, let's just fight.
Believe me, it's better if we do this here in Sacramento than Urijah Faber going to Brazil.
Amen,
okay?
amen.
You don't want to fight José Aldo in Brazil.
Moved from the slums of Brazil at age 15, 2,600 miles to Rio, the son of a bricklayer, who is truly an inspiration to all of us. José Aldo, the champion, that man, the California kid. Urijah Faber is the challenger, and we are set for our main event of the evening. Our tale of the take for this featherweight title fight for the ages is brought to you by the dark custom world of Harley-Davidson. The Brazilian, 23 years old. The American is 7 years his elder. Everything else is virtually identical. With the official introductions of our main event. Once again, here is Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, two mixed martial arts warriors will now go toe-to-toe in the cage, where tonight only one will lead the champion. As this is the main event of the evening, presented by Amp Energy, sanctioned by the California State Athletic Commission, with Chairman John Pyerson and Executive Officer George Dodd. Our three judges scoring this contest at cage side are Nelson Hamilton, Abe Bellardo, and Dan Stell. And when the action begins, our referee in charge is Josh Rosenthal. This bout is sponsored by Amp Energy, the official energy drink of Aldo versus Faber. Amp Up! And Muscle Farm, fuel for the athlete in you. And Bud Light. Here we go. And now, the moment of truth you've all been waiting for. Live from the sold-out Arco Arena in Sacramento, California. It's time! 5 rounds for the undisputed Featherweight Championship of the world. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner. This man is a mixed martial artist, holding professional record, 23 wins, 3 losses, 75 feet 6 inches tall, weighing in at 144.5 pounds. Fighting out of Sacramento, California. Ladies and gentlemen, he is the former featherweight champion, presenting the challenger, the California Kid, Urijah Faber! And now introducing his opponent, fighting out of the red corner. This man is a jiu-jitsu fighter, holding a professional record, 16 wins, 1 loss, standing 5 feet 7 inches tall, weighing in at 145 pounds, fighting out of Rio de Janeiro, Brazil. Ladies and gentlemen, presenting the reigning, defending, undisputed featherweight champion of the world, José Aldo Jr.
All right, gentlemen, we've been over your instructions. I expect a clean fight. Obey my commands all times, defend yourselves all times. Touch gloves, go back, let's do this.
José Aldo, Urijah Faber. 5 rounds of fighting for the undisputed featherweight title. This place is on fire.
You ready? Let's fight!
Tonight's clock brought to you by Muscle Farm, fuel for the athlete in you. Title is on the line, and here we go. Truly, MMA's elite in the featherweight division is José Aldo. Urijah Faber, the longest reigning featherweight champion. He is in the white trunks. Aldo is in the dark trunks. Urijah coming out on the attack early. Ready to unleash. Be interesting to see the strategy start to develop early, Joe.
Yeah, absolutely. Both men clearly respecting each other's speed and power. No one wants to commit.
Trying to sweep that leg. He's bouncing off that right or that left lead leg is Urijah Faber. Throwing with tons of aggression. Busted up his hands against Mike Brown, fought through it. Creatively throwing elbows and the like, 7 months of rehab. feels he's in the best condition ever and ready to fight at his highest level ever is Faber, and he'll need to. Aldo, incredible black belt in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, and he hasn't had to use it yet.
That's the thing we were talking about in the pre-fight, that most people aren't even aware of how good his Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu game is. And it's because he's so good standing up.
Of course, Urijah, an outstanding wrestler. Trying to mix things up is Faber, Joe.
Yeah, Faber switching stances, good body shot and leg kick by Aldo. Those are the first significant strikes landed.
José Aldo is just so smooth. Driving forward, nothing going that time. What Faber is trying to do right now is mix things up. He's trying to stay unpredictable, leading with all kinds of different strikes. Aldo very patiently waiting for his moment to attack. Combination by Faber. Aldo seeing most of it coming so far, Joe.
Yeah, Urijah is having a hard time closing the distance on Aldo and landing flush.
Good counter.
Both guys moving very well.
Yeah. Tremendous athletes, as well as everything else. Just the athleticism inside this cage right now is off the charts.
Well, it's one of the reasons why nothing really is heated up yet, is both guys are so explosive and quick, they can't really get a beat on each other.
Fight scheduled for 5 5-minute rounds.
Big knee by Aldo.
And a big breath by Faber after that connection by the champion. Good kick by Urijah. He's looking to pick him apart on the feet, at least here early. Now, we've seen in many fights before, you do battle on the feet until late in the round and try to score points with a takedown. See if Urijah looks for that as we get under a minute left in round one. Urijah leads with the shot to the body. Fake the shot to the
same
body.
Shot again.
Yep. That combination is working, Joe.
He's trying to land a knee to it as well. And Aldo lands a big knee to the body. That one was hard.
30 seconds. Faber started to come in with that same combination, and that's when Aldo was able to adjust and counter nicely. And there Urijah changes things up. They love their own. Sacramento kid, Urijah Faber. Timed that nicely. Things are just starting to heat up.
Let's take a look at some of the replay. From round number one, most of the significant shots were landed by Aldo. Here's a good front kick by Urijah Faber, but he falls down in landing it. And here Aldo punches to the body and then a solid leg kick. Now here Urijah charges forward and catches a knee to the breadbasket.
Faster, you're more aggressive.
Not too much action, but most of the clean shots landed by Aldo.
You heard the corner of Faber say you're faster and you're more aggressive. The one thing Urijah Faber said himself he felt would be one of the advantages is his quickness. That he would have a speed advantage in this battle with José Aldo.
I'm not sure about that. I think they're both
fight.
incredibly fast.
I would agree with that. I would agree with that, Joe, but in the mind of Urijah Faber, that's something he talked about. Yeah. Our main event tonight for the featherweight title, UFC 113 in 2 weeks, light heavyweight title on the line. Lyoto the Dragon Machida, Mauricio Shogun Hua, the rematch, Koscheck Daly, Kimbo Slice, Matt Mitrione, live on pay-per-view, 10 in the East, 7 in the West. Check your listings internationally. The Octagon, UFC 13, 2 weeks from tonight.
Good
Shot to the body.
kick. Oh, good leg kick. Like he got under the front leg.
Well, he's trying to time that. Trying to see if he just can't whip those legs right out from underneath the challenger. Leading with the right, Faber. In and out. Constant movement for Urijah Faber. Now he stands in the pocket and tries to deliver with the right leg. Oh my! Just glances the chin with that uppercut. Faber trying to answer.
Faber is having a hard time with his distance, Mike. It seems like every time he throws a shot, Aldo is just slightly out of range, whereas Aldo is finding the range earlier, especially with his leg kick.
Faber leading with that right hand a lot, Joe.
Again with the leg kick. The significant shots again are being landed by Aldo.
Tried to lead with a knee. That flying knee against Swanson, truly highlight reel material. Faber has been in some 5-round wars. Aldo has not been into the championship rounds. Still early here, though. Just about the midway point of round number 2. Aldo thinking body shot.
Again, see how Aldo is finding the distance, whereas Urijah is having a hard time.
Urijah switching stances frequently. Constantly flipping the hips around. Trying to keep the champion out of target range. Good
Aldo
kicks, Joe.
is only listed as an inch taller than Urijah Faber, but he seems taller than that when he's in the cage. His distance, his reach, it seems like a significant advantage.
Faber's stocky. He's very muscular. Aldo more long and lean. And plus, as you know, Joe, you turn those hips a little bit, you extend that shoulder, you gain yourself a couple of inches of reach.
Again with his leg kicks, he's landing them over and over again, and he's nowhere to be found when Urijah is throwing his big shots.
Let's watch to see if he sets it up again.
Urijah has got to do something different here, and I think he realizes it.
He's got a great double leg. And again,
that was a beautiful leg kick.
And he avoided the teep beforehand. Aldo was looking to wheel one into the rib cage.
Well, he's taken some significant damage on that left leg, Mike, and I think that's one of the reasons why he switched the stances. When he gets close, he picks that leg up, and when he wants to fire, he switches stances. That leg is very red. We see the shorts lift up and the whole outside of the leg.
And again,
look, he's limping back.
That wasn't good. Yep, that one caught him.
He's in trouble, Mike. He's in trouble.
He limped off of that last engagement. We've seen him fight with broken hands and dislocated thumbs before, though.
Well, you know what's happening, though? That leg is taking away his ability to kick with the right leg.
Absolutely.
The support leg is badly hurt.
And if he does consider taking this fight to the ground, it's going to take away his spring there.
He's in trouble, Mike.
Aldo's chopping him down with the leg
Now
kick.
he's on the body. He is in deep, deep trouble in this fight, Mike.
Limping back to his corner.
And that's the kind of thing you don't really recover from very quickly. They're going to ice up that leg, but
start getting aggressive and backing him up, flurry.
there's blood in the water.
You gotta start connecting to him. Back's always on the tape. Turn it around. You're in the Now we got to back him up. Gotta be unpredictable.
Now let's see some of those leg kicks by José Aldo. Look at this. That's the one where he went underneath the front leg and attacked the back, and that was a hard one to the support. Right to the front leg, and here he starts to wobble, and here's one more. And these are just slaps because he's catching it right at the end of it, but there was a significant amount of damage done in the first round of that leg and in the second round. He's in trouble, and Aldo knows it. Blood in the water.
Yep. I mean, tiptoeing as he gets set for this next round. Huge bruise on the right calf area from the one kick we just showed you on the replay. That lead left leg is damaged.
Yeah, and there's no question about what's coming here.
Yep, you got to be thinking takedown if you're Urijah Faber.
Well, not only that, the problem is Urijah can't explode. He can't spring forward.
Out of the way of that one. This looks a lot like the second fight in this cage for José Aldo against Jonathan Brookins back in November of '08, where he just kind of leg kicked him until he could no longer take those leg kicks. And this is what we're talking about. 6-0, 6 knockouts, 3 in the first round, and he's a whiz on his back. 4-time Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu champion, World Jiu-Jitsu champion, Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu black belt. And José Aldo just continues to put on a Muay Thai clinic.
He hurt him bad, Mike.
I don't know how much more, as you said earlier, he can take, Joe.
Yeah, there's more than 3.5 minutes to go here.
Man, you want to talk about MMA's elite. At 145 right now, we might be seeing it.
Not just at 145, I believe pound for pound. I think this kid's one of the best in the world. I think he's top 3 or 4 in the world.
Still, though, Urijah is standing, so that means anything can still happen. 3.5 remains in round 3.
Anything can happen, but if you notice the way Aldo's fighting, he's very measured. He's not doing anything crazy. He's not taking any dumb chances. He hurt him bad with that. You know, Urijah is tough as nails. He's gonna gut this out as much as possible. We saw that in the fight with Mike Brown when he fought with 2 useless hands. But he's in bad trouble, Mike.
Aldo's so smart, such a smart fighter. Disciplined, taking no unnecessary risks. But yet at that same time, Joe, he continues to engage.
Yeah,
he continues to inflict damage.
And taking very little.
If any.
He hasn't really been hit clean yet.
Feel another one coming. To the body.
Oh,
and again.
that's hard. Scramble. And look how quickly he got to his feet.
And of course, when you are a Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu black belt, you can throw kicks as frequently as you feel you want to, because if you do get taken down, you're not worried about it as much. And Urijah hasn't thought about the takedown. So Aldo kicks very freely, kicks at will, and delivers another shot to that same spot.
That one was devastating. He got hurt.
Aldo looking to finish. Faber's in trouble.
Look at Uriah's just blasting back though. Nothing but hard.
That is why he is and has been beloved as the former featherweight champion.
Yeah, because Aldo was opening up on him there. And he made Aldo respect him.
Kick right on the chin of Urijah Faber from José Aldo a moment ago. .120. Remains in the third round. Lead right hook.
Again. The combinations, man. Just outstanding in his timing and placement.
And he's going to mix those kicks up now, too, because Faber's going to have a tendency to drop that hand and protect that badly damaged left leg, leaving himself exposed like he was a moment ago for the head kick.
Oh man, that was a hard one.
And look at him change the stance again.
You know, Urijah Faber has tremendous courage, but how many more of those can his leg take before it just stops working?
How many more can any human take? But still, he continues to try to mix things up and score points.
Oh,
Great shot to the
shot.
body. He leads with that left hook to the midsection. Down goes Faber. Final seconds of this third round. What a performance thus far by the champion.
And watch Urijah get back up to his feet. I mean, he can barely walk. Let's take a look at it here. Just pinpoint accuracy with his leg kick. Spins Urijah around. And again, I mean, that is the story of this fight. The accuracy. And there's the head kick. Had Urijah badly hurt. Aldo swarms on him. Urijah covers up, absorbs shots, and fires back. He's doing his best, but he's just getting outclassed here.
No problem. You start again. You crazy, okay? You go. Go step back, forward.
You gotta push him back. He's comfortable.
No problem. You know.
Ed Soares will translate José Aldo's corner for us.
Watch this, Joe.
Yeah, he had to get carried back to his corner. I mean, they didn't want him using that leg any more than he has to. Just every last drop of energy conserved.
That is a great former champion.
Let's fight.
Great present-day champion.
We didn't get a
we
chance.
head to the championship round.
We didn't get a chance to hear all those corners instructions, but I mean, I can't imagine they were saying anything other than keep doing what you're doing.
Again, Joe, what can Faber do different? What should Faber at least attempt to do differently?
You know, what he could do is switch stances, but then Aldo's going to attack that leg. I mean, it's really simply a matter of him being outclassed. And it also could be a matter of just the game plan wasn't the right game plan. Maybe he should have tried to shoot right off the bat, try to take it to the ground and avoid submissions and do some ground and pound, but he chose to try to stand right away, and because of that, he landed so many leg kicks, Aldo did, that Faber's, you know, he's taken away most of his mobility. Faber can't do much right now. And again, he's badly
jacking up the knee is what he's doing, too.
Now he's giving up that front leg, as I said before, but Aldo's going to attack that, and that's what he did.
Aldo wants to finish this fight right here.
Faber tied him up in half guard, and he wants to try to attack a leg. He's going to try to roll out of it. Now he's mounted. Oh,
not good. Aldo trying to lock it down and defend his title.
And Aldo has a vicious back mount. Look at the way he's curling those legs back to hooks. I mean, he's just squeezing it in place. That is a powerful back mount. Urijah has a look of desperation. He's in big trouble, and he knows it. But at least in this position, he can defend, and he's not getting kicked in the legs.
Trying to relax his breathing. Looks up at the clock.
What Urijah wants to do is try to spin around and explode and wind up in Aldo's guard, but you know, Aldo's very aware of that, which is why he's got a real good hold of Urijah's forearm. Note his left hand attached onto Urijah's left forearm. It's because he wants to avoid this.
Faber is up. Great job done by Faber. Sacramento loves it. Good patience. Still, Faber able to explode out of trouble there. Championship round.
Look at his leg. Did you just see that? He picked up his leg, and his leg is welted and swollen. And the swelling is leaking down to his knee. If you look at Urijah's left knee, it is unnaturally swollen.
There's not much he can do on that leg when he rips into it now, Joe.
You know,
it's almost as if it's buckling.
Yeah, he's lucky that Aldo chosen to get on top of him here, because if he didn't, I'm not sure Urijah can be able to do anything on his feet.
What can he do on his back without the full use of those legs?
Well, you know, I mean, you don't know how much it moves when he's on his back in this position. It's certainly better than supporting all of his weight. If he can manage to get some sort of a sweep with use the right leg mostly to get a sweep, the right leg in his arms. But Aldo is passing that guard. He's using that left shin to pry it open, and he steps out, and he is now in side control. And he passed that guard like butter. He's in a mounted crucifix here, and Urijah's in deep, deep trouble. Look how tight and precise that mounted crucifix is. The placement of the legs. Urijah's in a desperate situation here, Mike.
José Aldo is looking to finish this fight right here.
Lots of fingers in the face.
Urijah is refusing to quit.
He has the heart of a champion. That's why he held the belt for 2.5 years and defended it 5 times.
He has incredible courage and resiliency, but he's just in a horrible position. Can't use that one leg to explode off of. So he's basically trying to buck out with just his arms, his upper body, and one leg.
And try to continue to intelligently defend himself. Trying to come around with the other hand to at least put some opposition to those elbows.
And Aldo is scraping with that elbow, which is going to cut him if it keeps landing. And he's trying to buck. But again, he's doing it without that left leg.
Going to throw an elbow here.
That mounted crucifix is a terrible position to be in when you have 2 legs.
35 seconds left in the round.
No one has ever questioned the courage of Urijah Faber. It's just simply a matter of what can he do here.
Aldo looking to secure the title. Referee Josh Rosenthal right on top of the action.
You know, and
10 seconds left in the round.
Credit to Josh Rosenthal for not stopping this, because Urijah has not done much to defend this.
5 seconds left
Josh
in the round.
Rosenthal very aware that these aren't the most powerful shots in the world, that Urijah is still trying. He's kneeing him in the back, and he gutted it through it. I mean, he was in that mounted crucifix for a long, long time.
Give all the credit in the world to José Aldo, but now you know why the world is in love with Urijah Faber. They ask him if he's all right. He says,
O cara não tá te aguentando contigo em pé, não precisa ir pro chão. Entendeu? Tá? Como é que tá? Tá legal? É o último agora, ganhou todos os rounds. É só, agora olha só. Ele vai vir pro desespero. Então, roda, roda, roda e só vai na boca, chute na coxa. Entendeu?
Just keep it standing, just keep it standing. You don't need to go to the ground. You can't handle you standing up. Hey, the fight's going to end with you kicking him to the leg and finishing him off standing up. There's no need to go to the ground. Hey, you kick him, he falls to the ground, make him stand up again. He can't handle you. He can't handle you standing up.
Yeah, excellent advice by Aldo's corner. I don't know how many more of those leg kicks Urijah can take.
Joe, this is now going to be the third 5-round battle in the past about 2 years for the California kid.
Let's fight!
5th and final round, featherweight title fight. Aldo's going to set up some more vicious kicks to that heavily damaged leg. Watch for the left to the body as well. Urijah starts as the aggressor.
Urijah's already moving better. You know, maybe being mounted in that round gave his leg a break.
Well, he's not going to get too long a one if José Aldo has anything to say. Well, wisely changing stance again.
What he's got to be careful of is José faking that low kick and going high, because he's so scared of it, he's so defending it, that he's dropping his arms down when José goes to kick him.
And he got caught by that exact technique earlier in the fight. 4 minutes remains. He's 23 years old, trying to grab onto anything he can. Aldo will in all likelihood let him up. Look at the bruise and the bruising on that left thigh area of the California kid. Just nasty. Under 3 minutes left in the fight. 5th and final round.
I'm kind of surprised that Aldo is not just letting him stand up.
You and I both, Joe. Yeah, there you go. His corner said, just let him stand up. Let's just finish it. Finish it on the feet. Knock him down with a leg kick. Let him get up, knock him down again. Aldo in total control of this fight. Past the midway point. He's not leaving that left leg out front very much at all here in the 5th round. Wisely so.
With only 2 minutes to go, I'm thinking that Aldo is just trying to ride this out and win a decision, because I can't imagine why he's not attacking. I think he feels like he's so far ahead. Why take a chance?
Which would be accurate. Now he'll start to work on the other leg. Just over 90 seconds now. Just over a minute.
Good body shot.
Again.
He's hurt.
He's just that good, isn't he?
He really is. He's just outstanding.
And I think after tonight's dominance, there'll be more people who believe that José Aldo might very well be the best pound-for-pound fighter in the world today. Aldo came out and proved to us once again what a great warrior he was. But he's gonna be walking with a limp for a while. 30 seconds.
You got to give all the credit in the world to Urijah Faber for taking this kind of a beating.
Final 10 seconds. José Aldo dominates Sacramento zone. Urijah Faber to remain the featherweight champion of the world.
Kind of surprised that he didn't attack at the end. You know, it really seemed like Urijah was in deep, deep trouble standing up, and Aldo decided to play it safe.
Joe, take a look at our fight replay brought to you by Bud Light. Here we go.
I mean, this is the story of the fight. It's all about the leg kicks. Aldo's just complete and total domination with his Muay Thai. Over and over and over again. The only thing I could think of is that eventually he got tired and he didn't want to take any chances, and he knew he was way, way ahead. The mounted crucifix at the end of this round, got on top of him, pounded on him for well over a minute in this position. Complete, total domination, but quite honestly, a fairly boring ending.
Dominant performance early, and he will leave the way that he entered as the champion, and the pain being suffered by Urijah Faber right now is going to last a while.
Really good.
He hung in. Most of the world would have been done. Urijah Faber goes the distance. José Aldo is going to go to 7-0. He's going to defend his title. Who knows what's next? Maybe bring on Manny Gampurian. But I'll tell you what, this kid is something special.
Aldo, thank you. Thank you.
Judges are finishing, rendering their decision. Bruce Buffer has the judges' scorecards. José Aldo, Urijah Faber go the distance in our main event here tonight at Arco Arena. Bruce Buffer has the official decision.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 5 rounds, we go to the judges' scorecards for decision. The judges score this contest 49-45, 49-45, and 50-45. For the winner by unanimous decision, and still the undisputed Featherweight Champion of the world, José Aldo Jr.
An unbelievable talent, and he will visit with Joe with a belt around his waist. Great show of class. This is what this sport's all about.
All right, we'll talk to Urijah Faber in a minute, but right now I'm here with the champion. First of all, congratulations on defending your title. A lot of people thought that this was going to be a very competitive fight. It did not turn out to be that. You completely dominated him with your stand-up. Were you surprised that he chose to just stand with you and not try to take this fight to the ground?
Ele falou parabéns na tua primeira defesa do cinturão e essa luta eles pensavam que ia ser uma luta bem dura, mas você completamente dominou ele a luta inteira. Foi uma surpresa que ele decidiu ficar em pé com você?
Não, acho que a gente também esperava uma grande luta e para mim foi uma grande luta. O Urijah é um grande campeão. Sei que Sacramento aqui, a cidade dele, todo mundo ama ele, gosta dele. Eu acho que eu tenho um carinho muito enorme. Quando eu pedi para essa luta ser aqui, eu queria, porque foi aqui que eu lutei pela primeira vez, então eu queria que o público me adotasse também como daqui da cidade.
He said, you know, we were planning for it to be a really, tough fight because, Urijah being the tough competitor that he has and the great champion that he is. And, being this fight here, and I know that the crowd here is behind Urijah, but I hold Sacramento real close to my heart. This was the first place that I ever fought here, and I hope that you guys can adopt me as one of the next champions from this city also. This is my home away from home.
After the third round, it seemed like Urijah was having extreme difficulty walking on that left leg. You had kicked it over and over again, but yet you seemed to slack off in the last couple of rounds. Was that because you just were way ahead of the scorecards and you decided not to take any chances?
Nos primeiros rounds pareceu que você estava dominando aquele chute na perna e ele estava bem machucado. E nos quarto e quinto rounds pareceu que você parou um pouquinho. Por que você fez isso? Você pensava que você já estava bem na frente nos pontos ou por quê?
Não. Eu achava que estava dominando a luta. Só que ele viu que ali estava o ponto, então ele escondia a meia perna. Eu não ia me expor tanto com o cruzado dele de direita, que é bastante forte. Então eu procurava ir na boa. E ele sempre invertia a base, na hora que eu ia chutar, ele invertia, escondia ela. Então por isso dificultou um pouco mais, mas toda vez que eu estou aqui, eu sempre luto para acabar o mais rápido.
Basically the first 3 rounds I noticed that it was being very effective, but what ended up happening was that he kept switching his base. So every time, I would try to kick, he'd switch his base, and, I was aware of that. So I didn't want to go outside of my limits and get caught in something I couldn't, because he has a very strong right cross, and I wanted to pay attention to that. So I just was waiting for the right time and try to finish. Every time I step in the octagon, I always try to finish, and unfortunately I wasn't able to tonight, but that's always my goal.
Congratulations on a dominant performance. The champion, ladies and gentlemen.
I want to thank my coach, my manager, my friend, my keep. Thank you, my fan. I fight for you. Thank you for coming.
The champion, José Aldo, ladies and gentlemen.
Even in defeat, this man deserves all kinds of love. Here's
All right,
Urijah.
we're here with Urijah Faber. Urijah being supported by his teammates. Urijah, obviously a very, very difficult fight for you. Coming into this fight, what was the game plan for dealing with José Aldo, and what do you think went wrong?
You know, I trained a lot of defense, those leg kicks, but he's just very effective with them. He really took away my legs, and it was impossible to get something going when he's attacking like that.
Was the strategy in this fight to stand with him, or were you going to stand with him initially, but then eventually take him to the ground, but the leg was damaged? Like, why did you decide to not try to take it to the ground earlier?
I think it had to do with the leg. You know, I was losing mobility, and he's very good, he's very fast, and it was a tough fight, so I tried my best.
You showed tremendous heart, you gutted it out, you got through to the end. We look forward to seeing you again, and we sure will. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Urijah Faber.
Thank you, Urijah Faber. Congratulations, José Aldo. He remains the champion.